Hi, right here again with I like Transformers before I was cool, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Japanese Transformers exclusive Binaltech Blue Prowl, or his full name is Vivid Blue Pearl Edition. Anyways, it doesn't matter. What matters is that I got it because this past weekend in Seattle we had the Emerald City Comic Con. I didn't find anything there except there's one booth there. The store's Amazing Heroes are based in, I think, Renton. I have a link down below to their store. But I was just browsing for not finding anything I wanted. There was like a G1 Rodimus, like I won 154. I decided to pass on that the other day. He had sealed Shockwave, sealed G1 Prime. I was like, well, whatever. But this thing, it's because, as you guys know this channel, I mainly have like the alternatives line because that is just my favorite line because I like diecast cars. And then, since these, I'm gonna do a comparison with these eventually, but see, these are 1/24 scale Transformers, and I love that. But the actual Binaltech has actual diecast like body parts, which I think is neat. And one thing though is that I already have unboxed the figure, and I broke the right side mirror off because I was just fiddling with it before the video. Anyways, we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna continue to pretend it isn't broken. But pretty much, actually, compared to the alternate box, these things are just gorgeous. Like, you have the actual like brand of car there. A little like back view there. I'm gonna get it back into light. Front end, and that's what Prowl should look like. I actually have the American version of Prowl. You see what it looks so quite different from his Japanese like counterpart. I believe they also had that, but they had Zoom Zoom, who was the red Mazda. I was thinking of picking him up, but I chose not to. Some Japanese writing that I can't read, and then they're on the top. And what's neat too, compared to the other like other figures, that you get a double box here, kind of, and then find this. Of course, you have the plastic bubble, but I'm trying to pull out the insert first. What's neat is with the insert, you kind of get like a stand here. I just think that is a neat thing to have. And let's take this out of the bubble, so you have a little support for the rear and the front. Take it out. Bam. It's like you would never know this was a Transformer because it's that well detailed. Now this is Prowl. You're probably expecting Prowl to be a cop car, which this version is here. Now Prowl here, you may notice that he's a cop. Like here is G1 MP Prowl. He's a cop car. The new MPs are much smaller than the alternators, but that's besides the point. Like, this is like kind of a civilian version. It's like, now this tooling, we never got the Blue Prowl in the States. However, we did get it retooled as camshaft to same mold, just silver, because the spoiler is different on the cop car. And then I believe the nose is about the same. Yeah, I think just the rear deck is the only difference. Now, another difference aside from never coming out in the States is that in Japan, this mold is released as a Honda, while in this, wait, did I do that right? Anyways, in Japan, it was released as a Honda. America released as an Acura, as you tell by the A badge there. Yeah, I think this has been sitting on the shelf for a while. Like, I'll show you here under, actually, probably better if I just zoom in. That would be at the light here. Like, you can see the back badge of Prowl here with my focus. See, we have the Honda H there. Meanwhile, on the two American releases, we have the A for Acura. I don't know why Hasbro did that, but it's just a minor difference. So if you want to have a complete collection, you have to buy the American and the Japanese versions as well. Another fun fact with this car is that in Japan it was still sold as the Honda Integra. Meanwhile, in Honda of America, they rebranded the car as the RSX for some odd reason I don't really know. Any of you that know more about Hondas, you could probably enlighten us and write the comments. Because I'm not really a fan. I like American muscle. Which is why we got out Wheeljack. Because I just love this thing. My favorite salting from the line. And as I mentioned, this is die-cast, so it is quite a bit heavier than the plastic like alternator. Like, you can just feel the heft here. Like, I can't drop it much, but just listen to the thud it makes compared to. Quite a difference there. And then, since this is die-cast, it's actually a painted metal. Just look at that. It is shiny. Jeez, I just might replace my alternator collection with Binaltech. I just love the way the paint looks. Now, and then one also, since this is Dakara, they do things the proper way. Hasbro loves to cut corners. I don't know how well this is gonna show up on camera. You can see the feet here are just shiny. Well, the American ones are kind of dull. You can kind of see that shine, so right here. Just, It is like what you get, because I remember when Alternator Mike came out in America, Jesus, like 15 years ago. It's probably been that long. These are marketed about $20. I never imported a Binaltech, but I believe these were $60 to $80. So quite a price gap there. Which is why you get, of course, the die cast and then the extra paint apps, as you generally do with the Japanese figures. And you see the hood here is so heavy, it refuses to stand up. Just thud. Since I can't show you engine, I'll bring it closer here. Fine. The lighting isn't cooperating. You can see here a lot more detail. And if you've seen a Honda engine, this is a lot more accurate. See this Prowl, yeah. See this Prowl also. The other American Prowl, the engine, the top of the engine just looks different. Alright, as you can see here, we have American Prowl, camshaft, and the Japanese Blue Prowl. You know, it's just the extra detail on the engine there. Like, if you've ever seen the under the hood of an actual like Integra or Civic, you know they look more like this versus this. We're gonna put the engine blocks over here. I just love this heft. This shiny blue paint. I love blue, and this is just a nice figure. I do not regret the $115 I spent. Now to get this beautiful figure into robot mode. Actually, before we start, I just want to make a little thing that you may not know about these figures. That Prowl, along with Blue Streak and Smokescreen, they're all part of the Datsun cars. Like, you had Smokescreen, who was the race car version. He was a number, I think, like 38. He was red, white, and blue. You had Blue Streak, who's this guy, was a silver, so Z car. And then you had Prowl. In Alternator's line, in Binaltech, we had Smokescreen, who was the blue rally, like Impreza. Then we got Blue Streak, who was a silver one. And then we didn't get Prowl for the longest time. And when we did get Prowl, he was not the Impreza. He was an Integra. For some reason, don't know why Dakara did that, but you don't get the true, like, this is the thing that's been updated. When we talking to on game was probably wait for this thing to get into robot mode. Now, the Integra mode does have history of breaking mirrors off. Like you notice on my cop car Prowl, he's missing mirrors. The thing is, how do you open these doors? Like, that's just because they have windows, so you can't reach in and pull them out. Like, here, when we look at Grimlock here, not Grimlock, Wheeljack, you see, reach in, open the door. With the Honda mode, or Acura, whichever one you want to call it, you have to open it by the mirror. Or you take the rocker panel and you flip it like that. And then you're able to open it. Let's reach in there, open the other door. Let's get this Integra in like he's at a car show just popping hoods. And like, if you did not know this is a Transformer, you'd see this on his stuff just chilling in car mode, and it looks like a model. I missed this line dearly. It was taken away due to slow sales and then the movie line. Hopefully, I'm hoping with the new renewed interest from the movies, although kind of late now since Michael Bay kind of killed them. But I do wish this line would make a comeback. And since this is the Japanese version, notice it's right-hand drive. Let me get it in the lighting here. It's such a pretty figure. I love this blue. Like, I'm not that much a fan of Hondas, but this figure is one Japanese exclusive I had to have because I just love this shade of blue. That's why Smoke Machine is probably my favorite alternator aside from Wheeljack. Now, if I remember correctly, because last time I transformed these was when I filmed those alternate videos 3-4 years ago. Wow, it's been a while. I haven't really been keep up with the channel. Now, these are all paint. Don't figure out how to. I don't want to. Jesus. Yeah, this after handling Blue Prowl and then going to Camp, I think it just feels cheaper. There's no heft, and then the paint apps, like, can I shine it through the windshield here, kind of? I wish I had a microfiber so you can clean off the windshield. You can kind of see the blue paint on, like, the seat. There's a lot better paint apps because, again, it's the Japanese Binaltech versus the American, like alternator. Now, to transform Prowl, of course, you're going to open up these doors. Be careful with the mirror. I remember correctly, you fold these little tabs down. I think these are 1 to 50% are plastic. Because while most of the body panels on Binaltech are, most of the outside car parts are die-cast or some plastic bits. This roof is plastic. I can tell that. Oh, forgot what to do. Oh yeah, another cool thing is that since this is a Japanese version, it actually is painted. Let's turn this into a drinking game. Every time I say Japanese version, you take a drink. If you're over 21, if you're under 21, ignore what I just said. But like, since this is a Japanese version, you see, note the hilt of the nightstick is painted because America is too cheap for paint up because it's Hasbro. I think this is right. Yeah, this is right. I hope this is right. I don't want to break my brand new $115 figure. Okay, so the bumper is plastic. I can feel that. Remember how to take out these feet. I'm a little confused here because I don't ever remember the feet being this much of a pain to take out. We go back and watch my video from 2015, see if it was a pain then too. There we go, and I got the feet out. Now with Prowl, you have two ways to have his leg. You either have him so he's show accurate, having the shin be the glass here, or toy accurate, where these little doors are his shins. We're gonna do it the toy way because the car is wrong. Or has right. I know this line was a joint venture. Don't remember who made the exact like tooling. But Prowl is just wrong since he's not a WRX. Does not have a glass for his shins, and I remember there are a couple other things. Besides that, let's move on. Now that we got his feet there, turn his waist. I do remember this part. I hated this part with the mold before. Wait a minute. I think these use magnets. Did American Virgin use? Yep, American Virgin use magnets too for the steering rack here. I'm gonna break a mirror off. I just got a feeling I'm gonna break off the second mirror. For scratch to finish. Up down his head. Sorry, I meant to do like a step-by-step, but transforming this is a little like nerve-wracking because, you know, trying to find this in the States is a little hard. Actually, since this line is also rare. So forgive me if I'm not being as informative, I guess, while I do the transformation here. Like I said, it's been like 3.5 years since I transformed this mold. Supposed to do that. I remember that was the easiest way to transform the arms. Alright, let's get him back into light. How the hell do you do this? Oh, I just fold the seats down. That bends. Let me do something with the doors here. Does that help? It actually does help. There we got Prowl's hood clothing to put on his other arm. No, I think the Honda mold was my least favorite to transform out of the alternator slash Binaltech line. I remember this is just complete pain. I'm gonna do a cut and I'm just gonna fix his arm. Our arm has been reinstalled. Now to finish transforming him. Guys, I just love it. It's blue paint. I'm gonna say about like really like in person this finish. Like I detail cars and I just love shiny paint. And so this is like oh wow. Now let's give Prowl a whip since he is a cop. I'm going to scratch the hilt. How do you even hold the sword? Or nightstick? Ah. I think it plugs in with that plug or the next one. And then give Prowl his proper gun. Now, as Americans, we think of cop cars being like Crown Vics and big cars like that. Like, please tell me out if you know a Japanese like. I really don't see an Integra being a cop car. It's a front-wheel drive hatchback with like 130 horsepower. Although, I guess Japanese cars aren't really that fast. As who knows how true Tokyo Drift is, but you know, at one scene when they go past the cops right over a certain speed, they don't bother to chase you. Who knows if that's true? And if that is true, that would explain why this is a slow Honda. No offense, Honda lovers. And just this thing is hefty. The diecast, man, I love this. And then just do nice little pan, not pan but rotation. Ooh, that's that paint. And then a little size comparison with a modern day some masterpiece Autobot car. Because I believe the MPs are 132 scale and the alternators were 125 are a little bit bigger in the size. But yeah, like such a pretty figure. So glad I finally found one. I'm not gonna buy them, but if you guys want to, hit up Amazing Heroes. Because I saw they had Windcharger, who's the red Honda S2000. I believe they had Hound, who's the green Jeep. I know they had Zoom Zoom because I wanted Zoom Zoom, but I was like, he's the red Mazda. I believe they had Smokescreen. If that was the blue Streak, I wish I would have bought that too. Yeah, it was hard because, you know, I walked in their booth during Comic-Con, saw him, grabbed him, and went, like, if you like alternate figures as much as I do, this is a must-buy. Because I have the whole line for the Americans. I'm just in the process of getting the Japanese ones now. Now that I'm an adult with money, I can actually afford to buy these versus begging my dad at Walmart when they're $20 a piece and him saying no. I'm sure we all know that pain. Didn't get toys you want as a kid. Now you're an adult with money, you can buy it. And our articulation is not going to be as much as your masterpiece. This thing came out 2015. This came out 2005, so 10 years of engineering difference here. So we're just going to put him to the side. But like, due to the way Prowl transforms, he I think does some more arm articulation than like the other so alternators. Because of course he has his elbow here. He's able to rotate his elbow, move his arm up, go yeah. He has hip, as you saw, because the way he transforms. Now, he's actually one of the few alternators that actually store his weapon in robot mode. And of course, he has leg, he has a hip, he has a, I'm trying to remember what this is called, but he can bend his hip like that. He has a knee, although kind of blocked by the tail light here. He does have a swivel, although the kibble kind of stops him from moving the rotation there. And then, if you want to see what this thing looks like with, like I said, having the window as like his shins. Let me rotate these feet. Like, that's how it should actually look. I feel. Wow. These little heavy, these joints are already, getting worn out from just this little bit of handling him. Because you look at Blue Streak here, you see how he has the window shins. He should have been designed like this from the start. So based on what you see, if you want to buy Prowl, go ahead and buy him. I did see him on eBay for about $200, so look for deals out there, because I got lucky at Comic-Con for $115. You may be lucky, maybe able to find him for less, but probably more. But if you find him for a good price, definitely get him, because This is a great figure. Well, my least favorite Ultimate. I just love this line. I plan to get the rest. Jeez, I'm just watching my hand in the paint. I wish, yes and no, that Hasbro had done a diecast. So shiny. Look at that. That gloss in the light. Oh. I might wax the figure later. Anyways, that is Transformers Binaltech Vivid Blue Prowl. So, till next time, take it easy.